We are live. Hi viewers, my name is Esther David, and today I'm here with another guest. Her name is Wahito Maina, and I just want to welcome you to today's show. Today's show is called Dazzling Abroad. Here we have candid discussions about business and career. So we talk about people who have made it in their career despite the different challenges, and also those who have made it in business as well. And so today we are honored to have Wahito Maina. She is a digital marketing manager, and she's new here in the UAE. So I'll just ask Wahito to introduce herself. Wahito, welcome.
Thank you so much, David, Esther, for having me. My name is Wahito Maina. As she has said, I'm a digital marketing manager, and I'm new here in the UAE. I just came 1 month ago. I came in February. Yeah, I'm from Kenya originally. I've had some experience in digital marketing in Kenya, and now I'm just getting started here in the UAE. Yeah, I'm so glad to join.
Thank you for joining us in this discussion today. And actually, I saw your success story on LinkedIn, and I was very happy because, you know, if people have different challenges when they come to look for jobs in the UAE. And so I thought I'll have a discussion with you, and so that we can have a candid discussion and also inspire some people out there. So you came to the UAE to look for a job. But before that, if you can kindly tell us a bit about yourself and how you decided to come to the UAE to look for a job.
Okay, so I have been studying, I was studying in Leicester University. I did a Bachelor of Arts in Communication. I graduated in 2020, and from there I got into the work industry. So my first job was an internship as a communication strategist. And then from there is where now I decided this is the direction I want to take my career. I want to be in the digital marketing space. Because basically when you do a communications degree, you're learning about electronic media, video production, radio, TV, editing, and all that. So after I did my first job, I was like, okay, maybe I think because you can take your career in different directions from that degree. You can either be a TV host, you can be a radio host, you can be a producer. So I decided I want to do digital marketing. I was really interested in social media, even my own personal social media. I used to do YouTube. So I was really interested in that. So I moved on from there and got a job in real estate as a social media manager. I was doing videos, all that. And then suddenly I lost my job sometime in 2021. Was it 2021? Yeah, 2021. And from there I was just doing freelancing jobs. You get a gig, you're paid some money. And you know the way the Kenyan market is, you're really not paid well for the work that you put in. So I was really stressed. And being a young mom, I have a son, I'm a mom. So like things were just not coming together the way I wanted, the way I had imagined. Because there's this imagination you have when you're in campus. You're like, after I finish, I'll get a good paying job, you know, life will be smooth. But that's not the reality. So I decided now from there, after I lost my job, I was looking for a way out of the country. I was looking for schools, sponsorships, everything, just checking online. I met a few scammers along the way. It was really a crazy situation. And then finally I met someone who had come here and was a close friend of ours, and she had succeeded. So it was actually on a very short notice. In 2 weeks, I was told like today, and then in 2 weeks I was to travel. So I had a very short time to plan myself and everything. And yeah, that's how I found myself flying into UAE and starting my job search. Yeah.
Okay. That is I'm sorry for the job loss. However, I always say, yeah, when one door closes, there's always another door that is going to open a bigger door, a wider door. So I'm sure you being in the UAE, because you are a digital marketing strategist, and actually that is one of the roles that are on demand in the UAE this year, 2023. So you are on the right track when you made that decision to move to the UAE. And since you came to the UAE and you are doing the job search, what are some of the challenges that you encountered along the way? What was your experience like? And anything you learned?
Yeah, so when I came here, I didn't know that this digital marketing thing is on demand. So I had actually made like 3 different CVs, and I was even not focusing on social media and anything. That was my last option. So first I had a waitress CV because I had some experience as a waitress, and also a receptionist CV. This one I had no experience at all. I was just, trying for the sake, because I had been told, jobs are waitress, those are the ones that you can easily get, and receptionist, blah, blah, blah. So when I landed on a Monday. The following day on Tuesday, I was out dropping CVs everywhere, and I didn't even know the place. I used to get lost, but I had Google Maps. The first challenge I experienced was buying airtime. It's really expensive because I was on a tourist SIM card.
Mhm.
I could not buy airtime that was less than 50 dirhams. 50 dirhams spending, and you don't even have a job, it's a lot. And you're just given 2 GB. And you can't go outside without internet because you don't know where you're going. So that was a very big challenge for me before I learned the ropes. I learned how to connect the buses, everything. So I used to check which bus I'm supposed to take, up to where I'm going, all that when I have Wi-Fi. And then when I step out, at least I know where I'm going. So that was a very big challenge for me. Now I was dropping CVs for waitress jobs. I'm just going every day. The following day, nakuja jioni, I sleep. The following day, I'm awake very early in the morning. So the lady I was staying with asked me, and why are you not applying for social media jobs? I was like, do you think I can get? Like, I'm from Kenya, I'm new here, I have no experience. I felt like I was, it was above me. But I decided to give it a shot. And the first one that I applied to, I got an interview. Because I remember I saw the notification on LinkedIn, on Indeed. And I decided to check it out on Google. I searched the company. I saw they have an Instagram page. So I decided to send them a DM on Instagram. And they replied to me immediately. So I sent them, I marketed myself. You praise yourself. I'm this. I have experience doing this and that. I sent them my portfolio of the work that I've done before in Kenya. And she was really impressed. So she was like, okay, send me your CV on WhatsApp. And then she checked the CV. She was like, come for an interview tomorrow. I was so happy. I was like, the one that I've been ignoring. So I went for the interview. I was given a task to do a video. I did a video. She was impressed. And then she told me, you'll come here for probation for 2 days. And then from there, I will give you my answer. So I did my probation. And they said, okay, you're good. I think we can give it a shot with you. They gave me the job. Then after 1 day, she gave me the offer letter. I signed everything. Now I was like, I can rest. I have a job. Yeah. So that's how I landed that job.
Wow, that is nice. Congratulations.
Thank
And I know the experience. Each person has their own experience, and for you, what I can say is many people when they come here, they get, maybe you back home, maybe you are doing a professional job. Like for you, you are doing digital marketing. But when you came here, you met with people who were telling you, that you cannot actually get a job in that line, that you can only do those junior jobs, like the waitressing, security, all those jobs. Well, everybody has a different story. Okay, that's my take. Everybody has their own journey. And here in the UAE, I've seen many people coming, even like you, within a week, they get a very nice job. Some, they might take a bit of time to get the job. But the bottom line is, even though you might get it immediately or a bit of, you take a little bit of time, you can still get a professional job. It doesn't mean that if you are doing like digital marketing or HR or finance or any other role, that if you come here, you cannot actually work in that industry. You can still work. The beauty of UAE is that if you have, especially for now, they have given the categories. There's the first skill level, second skill level, third skill level, up to level 5. So the first skill level is for managers, for the manager category. So it means you must have a degree, a tested degree. So you have first and second level. The third level is for supervisors. Then the fourth level and fifth level is for the lower category. Okay, those ones who don't really need a degree, they don't have any certificate. But
Yeah, but they have skills.
yeah. So that's how UA is. So with these categories, it means that you can get a job from any kind of job as long as you have the correct papers. And it is also attached, the salary also is attached to, in each category there's a salary there. But the salary really depends on the company. Okay.
Yeah.
So anyone who is here looking for a job, don't feel like that you really need to start from scratch. And I will encourage anyone, even for you, even when you're looking for a job, don't just think about being a waitress. You can look further. Okay.
Yeah.
Because you have that background. The beauty is you have the background. You went to the star, you have a tested degree, and you have experience. So if you present yourself to the employer, then if you sell yourself well, they will give you the job. Like what you did, they gave you a task, you executed the task, you did very well. I like the fact that you had a portfolio. That was very good, because there are some roles where those creative roles like digital marketing, graphic designers and etc. You need to have a portfolio when you're applying for a job. I've encountered some people, they just send the CV and they actually don't attach portfolio with those people who are in the creative industry. So if you are in the creative industry, at least append your, the link to your portfolio in your job, in your CV. You should have that. So that was very good. And so now you got the job. Okay. So what is the next step?
So I got the job and I thought, okay, now my problems are finished. Now I'm getting a salary, they will give me a work visa. Little did I know that was actually the beginning of my problems. Because after working for these people for like 2 weeks, and this time it was during the Valentine's rush. So I'm assuming maybe that is why they did this. But anyway, I don't know. So after working for them for like 2 weeks, it was in a beauty spa, and we were just 2 Africans, me and another Nigerian lady. So I had done my research and asked around if they do work visas and how long they take. And the Nigerian lady had told me that for them, I think they're not issuing visas for Nigerians.
Yeah, the Nigerians, Cameroons, they're not getting visas. But for Kenyans, they have visas.
Yeah. So first she was like, I'm not sure if we're going to do a work visa for you, because we had an issue with Kenyans. Like they had a Kenyan before and it took time for them to process. But me, I knew that Kenyan visa, it was not an issue. So later she told me, okay, yeah, we're going to do your work visa. But now it will not be out before your visit visa expires, because I did the mistake of getting a 1-month visa. And anyone who's planning to come here, I think they should not do a 1-month visa.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it might take long for you to get a job and then you'll be stranded.
Actually, when you get a job, at least your visa should be 2 weeks. You should be at least 2 weeks is enough for you to do the visa. Now they have expedited the process. So within 2 weeks, you can get the visa. You can do everything and get the visa.
So I still had an allowance of like 1 month on my visa, because my visa, there's a grace period. There's a grace period for 10 days after your visa expires. So I still had time. I had like 3 weeks for my visa till my visa expires. So after some few days, they were like, now you need to extend your visa because our work visa cannot be processed in such a short time. And I was confused because I had a lot of time. I asked someone else and they told me that they took like 5 days or 1 week to process their work visa. So I had doubts. And then when I showed my friend the offer letter, I was like, like my offer letter looks more serious. Now my friend's offer letter looked more serious. It had the UAE thing, everything. But I don't know if that's really an issue.
Actually, the offer letter, there are two things. You have the offer letter from the company, and then the company, after you sign the offer letter, then you go to the company. Now they will submit your documents to the Ministry of Human Resource and Emiratisation, to the
Yeah,
government, and then then they will do the work permit, the initial work,
like a
work
contract.
permit. Yeah. Then and that contract, it has the Arabic and English and Arabic version.
Yeah.
Is that
So
what you're talking about?
yeah, that's what I'm talking about. But even her offer letter, apart from now the work permit, looked like, it had looked more professional. Mine was just printed with a stamp, but I was okay with it, like there were other people working there and they had their work visas processed. So I was not in doubt. But that day before they gave me the news, I texted my friend and I told her, hey, I don't know how I'm feeling about this place, but it's not a good feeling because the way things have been going, they are not asking me about my visa, my documents. They're not asking me for anything. And let me tell you, 10 minutes from that moment that I sent that text to my friend, the manager called me to the office and she was like, oh, now you have to, we can't process your work visa. You will have to pay for it if you want, but we cannot risk. What I was like, what do you mean you cannot risk? I could not understand. So she was like, but anyway, you can just look for another job if you don't mind. And I was like, okay, this is a polite way of telling me you're not needed here anymore.
I'm really sorry about that experience. I'm really, really sorry. But also look at it on the positive side. At least they did not waste your time there, because this is something that I want to talk to you and to anyone out there. If you're looking for a job, if they give you the offer letter, then before you report to work, they're supposed to ensure that they process the employment visa. So once you get the visa, then they
Before I
activate
start
you.
working there.
Yes, before.
Mm.
You're not
So if
supposed
they
to.
tell me come and work, I should know like this is a red flag.
Yes, because even the government, if they come for inspection and they find you there doing work, okay, and you don't have any visa, you can also be banned, as well as the company also is banned. And
Yeah,
the
because
fine
they
is.
used to.
Huh?
There was also another lady from Palestine who did not have her work visa yet. So they used to have a seat somewhere where we look like their clients, but we are working. So because she was telling me, government officials usually come in. So if they come in, you just pretend you're a client. And I don't know these things. So I was just like, and I was desperate for a job. So I was just going with the flow.
Yeah, there's some employers who are taking advantage of the candidates. So they know you really need the job, but they just want to, like, now I think this company, they wanted to use you to do their marketing
For the
campaign for the
Valentine's, yeah.
Valentine. So they were using your
Yeah.
your experience, your knowledge, and they didn't want to pay for it. So I hope they paid something before they sent you. They gave you something.
Yeah, I expected they would give me half of my whole salary because I had worked for half a month, but they told me no, we're only going to give you half of the basic salary. Oh my God. I really cried that day. I cried. I went home to cry
I'm so
myself to
sorry.
sleep.
I'm so sorry, but I think it's a learning curve. Okay,
Yeah.
and it's a learning curve, and so now, before you start any job, make sure you have a visa. Okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
and why I'm saying that is because if you have a visa, it means you have at least a work permit. So if they don't pay you, you have the power. You
Go to
can
the
go to the
police. Yeah.
Ministry of Human Resource and say, hey, I worked for this number of days, or I worked, but they did not pay me. Okay, or if you have any issue with the employer, then you can talk to them and they can help you. But if you don't have any visa, you cannot go anywhere. You cannot
Yeah.
complain anywhere. It's your loss.
Because I'm on the wrong
So
side.
even yes, so if you are actually looking for a job, just get a job and make sure you sign the visa. And actually, I did a video talking about the employment contract and the things that you need to check in the employment contract. If you can check that video, because employment contract, there are some of the things that you need to in that offer letter or the labor contract from the government. There are key items that need to be there. If they're not there, then just know that is not a genuine contract.
Yeah.
So
I'll check it out.
yes, so I
Yeah.
think that video will be very helpful, and that is not the end of your job search. That is just it's an experience. Yeah, so you can still get a contract, another job, and sign another contract. And at least now you will be signing a contract from the point of knowledge, knowing
Yes.
the mistakes which you had before. And you can use LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a very good tool to look
Yes.
for the job, and Indeed, these two. And
Yeah. Actually,
once,
I
like
checked
in
it.
once you, yeah, once you send the employment letter of application, job application, sorry, then you can check who is the job poster, and then you can see if you can send them a message. If not, you can Google the company and send an email. You know, they have maybe they have a careers email or a info email, so you can Google and then look for the email, and then send your documents through.
Yeah. Actually,
Or you
what I
can
do,
also,
I check the company. Like yesterday, I saw a company that was hiring. First, I check if they have social media platforms. I send a message, and then I check their location, and then I go and drop my CV physically. So yesterday, I dropped a CV for digital marketing role as well, and then they told me they checked my CV, and now today I have an interview at 4 p.m. So at least now this time I'll be on the know. I'll have watched that video, so I can know what I'm going to do.
yeah. So that
Yeah.
is that is it. And thank you very much for sharing your story. And that's not, like I said, you still have a chance. You can land a very good job. I like it. At least you have the experience. You are confident. You know yourself, and I believe you are in the right path. You are in the right path, and you
Thank you.
will soon sign the genuine offer letter. And yeah,
Hopefully.
I believe. For me, I trust. I'm a believer of God, and I'm a Christian. And
Yeah.
I don't know whether you've noticed here in the UAE, people are very religious.
Very.
Yeah, they're very religious. Yeah, so I know God, He works in mysterious ways. Maybe that was a learning curve, and I know for sure, even today when you go for that interview, you will come out victorious with a genuine offer letter. And
Amen.
yeah, anyone else who is out there looking for a job, it's good for you to listen and learn from this story. And if you are in digital marketing, if you are a digital marketer, just know this is one of the on-demand jobs in the UAE. There are many companies who are looking for such specialists, because if you have noticed, UAE is very tech savvy. Like literally,
Yeah.
they've gone all full force
Everything is
with digital.
digitalized. Yeah.
Everything is digital. So these positions are on demand. So please don't waste your time going to look for those waiter or waitress jobs.
Yeah. I never
Yeah.
even got called for any waitress job I applied. Imagine. So
But yeah, because maybe your CV, if they see your credentials, they just know that you,
yeah.
you will not fit there. Yeah. So yeah. So that's how it is. And thank you very much for sharing your story. And guys, let's learn from this story. And if you're looking for a job in the UAE right now, this especially the first quarter of this year, there are many job opportunities. Companies are trying to fill up the vacancies that they have, because they need to, meet the yearly targets. So this is the best time for you to come and look for a job. And when you are looking for a job, I like the fact that you said before you landed here, you started looking for that job before you landed here.
Yes.
So yeah, there are people who get jobs even when you're back home, whether home can be Kenya or Uganda or Tanzania or wherever. You can still get a job from there. Many people have been recruited from there. So that is not the distance is not really not a barrier. And many companies now, they are actually using the online virtual interview to meet and discuss about the interview with the candidate. So this is one of the best things that happened after COVID, because they can do the virtual interview, and if they're interested at the final step, then they can call you for the face-to-face. So yeah. So thank you very much, Wahito, and I wish you all the best. Much love and God bless. And to you, our viewers, I hope you will subscribe and share this story so that we can reach a wider audience and create that positive vibes concerning the life and job hunt in the UAE. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.